Okay, this is 𝐂𝐒𝐒 with a song called All Because of You. CBT guitar lesson from my buddy Jay. Standard tuning in this. It says the Nimmo brothers, so I'm guessing that's the members of 𝐂𝐒𝐒 because it didn't say 𝐂𝐒𝐒 on the video. But anyways, standard tuning. Let's jump in. Jumping right in, starting with the B5 power chord with the octave in it. And what this basically is, there's 4 chords with alternating bass notes. The chords, actually it's 1 chord with 4 different bass notes going on. Here's what I mean. 2A, 4th fret, D and G. Now you can bar that. You can use 2 fingers, but don't hit the low E, or don't. If you are, you gotta be muting it. So the strum is basically down, 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 and then go up, down over open 4/4. And you'll be hitting that same beat. 1, 2, 3, up 1, 2, 3, and then go up, down, open 3 on the low E. Hit the 3 again, and then strum. When you strum that, that's now a B/G, because we got an alternated bass. So we went from B with an A bass, B with a G bass, and then now it's going to be B with an F sharp. But we're going to go up, down, open 2 on the low E. Hit it again, and then strum 2, mute 4/4, down, up, down. That whole section you're going to go twice. Now they do more than that, but the solo comes in. There's a lot of soloing. He does 3 solos, and I tabbed them all out. So rather than explain every little bit on these solos, I'm just going to kind of slow to moderate tempo go through these. Things for you to remember is try to subgroup these. Look for a rest or a break or a good sounding stop note to go over and over that riff. And they'll come together for you. I grossified part of it, but I'll tell you when that comes in. So solo 1, 11 seconds in, starts on the open D string. It's a quicker thing. You're going to go up, down, open 2, pull, open. So you have this. That's the first subgroup. Next one is this. Now you can cut that in half if that's too long of a subgroup. Not a big deal. 16 seconds in, 5B. That one you can cut in half as well, but it's not really too long there though. Subgroups tend to work good in 4s or 8s, and as many CBTs as you've had, I'm sure you're already aware of that. 4s, 8s, 12 sometimes, but that starts to get kind of long. Okay, the next one is where you see the star where it's going to go, which is very much like the first lick that we did here in the solo. Back to section 1A at 21 seconds, 4 times, so that's your verse breakdown as well as your intro. Section 1B is going to sound like this. So kind of long, but a lot of these parts you already know. Open A, 2nd fret, D and G, 1st and 2nd finger. It's a half note, so give it a 2 count. 1, 2, and then you're going to arpeggiate. Here's the strings. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, into the very much section 1A. But check it out what they do here. It's the B chord section of it to the A, back to B. So it doesn't go through the whole progression with the G and the F sharp on the bass. And then 50 seconds in, it's an A5 power chord. Open A, 2D, go down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And then go open E, 2A, so that's an E power chord, down, down, down. And then 2A, slide to 7, vibrato. So the 50-second part sounds like this. And there's two guitars. They're not completely synced up, okay? Some parts they're playing together, but one strum might be a little bit off, I noticed, but it's still solid. I mean, there's nothing wrong. You'll be able to follow it, all that good stuff. Okay, repeats at 55 seconds, and then solo number 2. So we're just going to kind of break these down again, slow to moderate tempo. Here we go, 10th fret B to start. Well, before you do that, this solo is actually the same as the first solo for the first 3 quarters of it until you see the star. Then at 1:57 you have this. And then we have, it's a good size subgroup, perfect. 2 minutes, 1 second in. That one's kind of long. You can maybe go, that could be one. And then do the second half. And then connect them. Okay, you have a rest, and then we have decent size. 2 minutes, 7 seconds in, you have this, 11G for our start. Okay, a few spots in there where you can rest. Next one. Let's do that again. Then you'll see at 2:16 the start of double dots, and what it is, 9G, bend release pull 7, and then 9GD, 7G. Do that twice. So pentatonic stuff. Next one. Perfect size one. And then a short one. Once again. Next one. Good size one. 226 timestamp. 7A. Oops. I'd maybe split that one to maybe, and then this part. Kind of right down the middle, like I was saying, that's a good spot to go, which is probably going to be 8 to 10 notes. Top of page 4, 229, here's where the solo ends. 9G, we're going to bend. Once again, when you see the parentheses around the number, that's the downbeat of that solo, which is also the start of section 1A, which comes up next on a repeat. Next new part and the final part is solo number 3 from 3 minutes and 13 seconds on. 10B is our start point, and let's just kind of go through these. 320. Next one. Now here's where I grossified a little bit. .328 timestamp. 10G, slide 11, hold as you play the 10B, and do it 8 times. And then, next one. Perfect subgroup. Okay, then this one. Once again on that. Pretty cool. Broke out of the pentatonic there a little bit. Okay, 16G. One of my favorite ones there. Kind of Paul Gilbert-ish. And then we're going to go 21E. Okay, 17B. 351 timestamp. Next one, double dots, it's just 7-9 GD rest, or vibrato rest, 9D rest. Sounds like this. And then 10B. So a lot of these little chunks, Jay, you're going to find out are, if not a complete repeat of something earlier, something very similar. 405 timestamp, top of page 5. This breaks out of the pentatonic a little bit. 7 G, we're going to pick hammer 9, pull 7, pick 6. Rest. So there's our subgroup, 4 notes. And then I would use that time of the rest to put third finger on 6G, do a half step bend release. And then you could do 2 pick on the G, hammer 4, pull 2, 4D, 2G, hammer 4. Then that could be that whole riff. So you'd have. And end it with. I like that. 4 pull 2 G, 4 3 2 on the D, 5 2 A. And this is in the key of B minor. So these are all B minor pentatonic here. And when they end this, you're going to go middle 7E, mute the A, and then get 7 D and G. You can use 2 fingers. You can bar that. But make sure the A string's muted. Strum it, slide it, karate chop it. And I love that chord. Killer song, man. Appreciate you, Jay.